Alright, today I'll be showing you how to lower your latency through Windows. The reason that this is so important is because it's going to reduce the time it takes for your mouse movement to get to your monitor. The reason that this is so important is because it's going to help you hit more shots in your favorite games. Also, stay tuned to the end because I'll be showing you how to enable MSI mode to work with your GPU. So that being said, enjoy the video. Please subscribe, drop a like, and enjoy. Alright guys, today before we start the video, I just wanted to let you guys know I do have a Discord server dedicated to PC issues, problems, you name it, we know how to fix it. All right, so if you guys ever need help with anything, or you ever had any problems, go into my Discord. We have a tech help channel. Somebody's gonna be able to help you out. Somebody's gonna help you fix your problem. All right, the first thing you want to do, you guys want to go ahead and download these two programs. I'll leave the link in the description. They will be in my Discord, so you guys can go ahead and download those really quick. All right, the first tool we'll be using is Interrupt Affinity Policy. If you don't know what an affinity is, all it is it telling the program what CPU cores to use, basically. And what this is going to do, it's going to actually help us set our driver's affinity to a certain CPU, or a certain CPU core, as I should say. And what this is going to do is actually going to take some stress off of CPU 0, where most of the OS is actually allocated to. So by placing our driver on a different CPU core and thread, it's going to allow more breathing room, which if we have more breathing room, we have less latency, okay? So that being said, we can go ahead, double click our program. And what you want to do, you want to actually search for your graphics card, okay? Mine's an RX 5500 XT. Should be around here in the list. Okay, so once you find your graphics card in this list, all you're going to want to do, you want to go to set mask, okay? And I already have mine set to CPU 6 and 7, okay? And I know that is actually the lowest latency core and thread. So I'm going to leave it there. But what we're going to do, just for testing purposes, we can put it on CPU 1 and 2, or 0 and 1, excuse me. We can press OK. And then you're going to see this. It's going to ask if you want to restart the device now. You can click yes. All right, once you click yes, your screen's going to flash black. Don't worry about it if your screen does not turn back on. Okay, that means the display driver didn't start back up properly. No worries, just restart your computer and it should be back to normal, okay? So mine restarted successfully. All right, we can go ahead and press OK. Yep, you're going to get an error. That's normal. Okay, and now we can put this, we can close this out. And there's actually a tool called Latency Mon, okay? And what this does, it actually tests latency with different programs so that we can see the lowest latency for our driver, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna press Start Monitor. All right, and what we're gonna wanna do, we're gonna wanna watch these numbers, okay? And as I'm recording, these numbers are quite high because of the CPU usage and things running in the background as I'm recording. But if I was not running anything, these numbers would be a lot lower, okay? So we can go ahead, we can test all these numbers. And what I usually do, I usually take a screenshot, okay, of these numbers here, okay? And I can go ahead, after I take the screenshot, I can go ahead and press pause, okay? Close this out, and then I can continue testing. So we're gonna find our graphics card again. All right, so the Radeon RX 5500 XT, set mask. Let's see, CPU 6 and 7 is my sweet spot for latency. Do you want to restart the device now? Yes. The device has successfully restarted. You can click OK. You're going to get an error again. Close this out. Open up Latency Mon again. All right, and as you can see, my latency numbers are quite lower than before, okay? And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the lowest possible numbers here because the lower the numbers, the less latency, okay? All right, so once you find your sweet spot for this, it might take some testing, maybe 30 minutes of testing or so. But once you find it, you guys can go ahead and leave it on that affinity, all right? And as you may be able to tell, your mouse is going to feel a lot more light and a lot more responsive here because we're getting rid of that latency by setting the affinity for our graphics driver, okay? So it's going to reduce the time from our hand to our mouse to the computer to the graphics card to the monitor. It's going to reduce the time, so that's the reason that your mouse is going to feel a lot smoother, a lot lighter, and maybe even faster for some of you, okay? So that being said, one more thing actually, setting the affinity is not permanent, because if you do a driver update, it is going to set this back to default affinity, and default affinity is all the CPU cores, I believe. And if you do a driver update, just make sure you go back into interrupt affinity policy and just change it back to what you had it, okay? All right, the next tool we're going to be using, it's MSI mode tool. Basically, what this does, it enables MSI mode, and what MSI mode does, it actually decreases the time that the CPU and the GPU communicate, so that leading into lower latency, all right? For a lot of AMD graphics cards, this will already be enabled. You might be surprised by that, but a lot of the NVIDIA cards, I believe, are not enabled by default. So the first time I actually checked out this tool, my graphics card was already enabled in MSI mode, all right? So basically you want to run this as admin, okay? It's just a right click, run as admin. All right, and then you're going to want to find your graphics card. For a lot of the NVIDIA users, it's usually towards the bottom, okay? Around here somewhere. Mine's actually at the top, and you're going to see this box that says MSI, okay? You want to check that on your graphics card, and make sure on the supported modes, make sure yours says MSI before you enable this, because I have seen where people have blue screen their computers on here, so just be careful, be cautious about that. And I actually usually set mine to high interrupt priority, okay? Which I don't know if it helps or not. I haven't done a thorough enough testing on that, but I just enable it anyways, all right? So from there, you can go ahead and press apply. All right, you can close that out. You should be done. I believe it requires a restart of the computer to be applied, all right? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned something about latency. I hope your latency has decreased substantially. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Peace out.